In Bengaluru, as the city struggles with a water crisis while our water tanks are empty, this is an issue that's served on our plates literally. The Gobi Manchurian and cotton candy are now under the scanner. Remember, all that looks delicious isn't healthy, and the color of the dish you see on a plate are often banned colouring agents. After a municipality in Goa banned Gobi Manchurian in street stalls, Karnataka carried out a test of 171 samples from stalls across the state and found that 107 had banned colouring agents. Out of 25 samples of cotton candy, nearly 15 used colouring agents rhodamine B, which gives you that red colour. Karnataka has now banned rhodamine B along with other agents that were already banned earlier. It has decided to ensure that none of this is used in the dish. Unfortunately, all the focus seems to be on good old Gobi Manchurian, but there are many other dishes, including your chicken tikka masala and other dishes that are served which use these forbidden colouring agents. Joining me this evening, Kunal Vijaykar, a well-known food critic and author. He joins us from Mumbai. Thanks very much, my friend Kunal Vijaykar, for joining us this evening. Well, this is a lesson that all that looks delicious and tastes great isn't healthy.
Well, it looks like it. I don't know why Gobi Manchurian has been chosen as a dish to make an example out of. But obviously, there is food color in all this stuff, which is not very good for our health,
Kunal, just to clarify, the Gobi Manchurian per se is not the issue. It is what is used in making that Gobi Manchurian. The colouring agent is the real issue here. It's not just the dish per se.
Yeah. The issue is, finally there are colouring agents that are permitted and not permitted. We find a lot of red-coloured food, and I'm supposing that this colouring agent is a red colour agent. We find a lot of red in Indian food, and we never know who's using color or whether it's Kashmiri chili that is giving the color. And if this substance is not meant to be, it's called something something, no? What is it called?
Yeah, rhodamine B. That's rhodamine B.
Rhodamine B. Why is it available at all? It should be if it's not to be meant, the food coloring not to be meant to be used in food. Why is it available at all, and how does it get into the food in the first place? Is a question, And they've got candy, cotton candy, or sort of what we used to call candy floss, as the other dish that contains this food color. But I think food coloring in most food should really be banned. There's absolutely no need for tandoori chicken to be bright red. Mm-hmm. It can be a nice brown, and it can still taste as good. Mm-hmm. So I think it's time we just banned all kind of food color.
Yeah. Whatever is bright red or bright green, well, if it's extra bright, then that's dangerous. That's the message, isn't it? Light red can be tastier red as well, and healthier.
Yes, absolutely healthier, definitely, because it contains no chemicals. But you don't need to be brightly colored to be tasty. And unfortunately, as you go lower down in the strata of food, especially street food and all, you find, say, kebabs, for example, bright green and bright red color kebab, which I know is very attractive to the eyes, but eventually is harmful. So I think we should just educate people that just bright red does not mean it's spicy. Bright green, it does not mean it's healthy. So these are just colors.
But Kunal, as we discuss this, we live our lives on street food. I get the point that we should choose the food that we eat, but Goa, Karnataka and Tamil Nadu taking action is one thing. Can we ever monitor or control all that's served in the several streets across the country?
No, I don't. I find in the street foods of India, some of the more traditional street foods are still without color, made in traditional fashion. Okay, the quality of the ghee and the quality of the oil may be bad, but the rest of the stuff is pretty decent and good. But in the slightly more, I can't, for want of a better word, a nouveau sort of movement in street food, you find this enhancement with color and ingredient. It's like, like a Mumbai Bhel Puri, okay? Why do you have to add pomegranate seeds to it? It's like, you give a slightly upmarket feel to otherwise ordinary food. And that is what I think they do with color, making it look attractive from far away. So they're hanging on those, even the Gobi Manchurian or even the paneer tikkas are hanging on skewers. From far away you see this bright red and people get attracted to it. Which I think slowly we should be avoiding all this, because there's no need for it. It can still taste really good.
Kunal, as you make that point, the Gobi Manchurian and the cotton candy and street food seem to become easy targets in this conversation, if I may say so. What about the hugely organized and packaged places? They are possibly worrisome as well, and we tend to forget those in this conversation.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right, because so-called official, what is it called? Mainstream food, which is not street food, which is supposedly controlled by the food authorities, also may possibly contain colors, preservatives, could contain taste makers that you may not be necessary. It's like, for example, I'm not an Ajinomoto, I'm not a MSG, anti-MSG brigade, okay? I'm a big fan of the taste of MSG. As long as you don't eat spoonfuls of it, it's fine in Chinese food. But a lot of Indian food in restaurants contains MSG, which nobody knows. Chinese food becomes the victim because it's an open secret that people sprinkle a little MSG onto Chinese food. But Indian kitchens in their butter chicken are using MSG and we don't know about it. So these are the things which have the little more transparency in life is always better, I think.
Well, the lesson is that we all need to perhaps know and understand the food that we eat. It's an important lesson, and it's a very crucial one as we gulp down all that tasty and delicious food. Awareness, spreading awareness around, and then controlling and monitoring the kind of substances that are used to make the food look spicy, delicious, and tasty. Well, that's all we have time for on the Southern View this evening. News and updates continue right here on NDTV. Thanks for watching.